Trent's question is, his son's traditional Latin Mass priest taught him to kneel and receive communion on the tongue. Should I have him do the same when we go to the Novus Ordo Mass?
Yeah, short answer, yes. So, I mean, I'm understanding it seems like you're saying that he's receiving his first communion in the traditional Mass, but you may go to Novus Ordo sometime later. If it's an older priest, that may be a very serious problem. Might not even be able to physically do it, right, without falling over or tipping the ciborium or something like that. So I think that's just one thing. Now, if there's a communion rail at your Novus Ordo parish, that would be wonderful. Then, of course, just use that. But what is the best way to accomplish that, given that particular church, the way the sanctuary is laid out, how he's distributing communion and so forth? Because there may be some situations that may make it actually very difficult, especially if it's a a much older priest who may have difficulty getting around as it is. So, but yes, I would certainly encourage him to do that. Just again, make sure that it's going to be safe.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon. Father, I wondered if it made any sense to receive on the tongue from an extraordinary minister of the Eucharist.
Well, I'll give you my not so subtle opinions on those things. Mother Teresa, Saint Teresa, who is very revered, considered very holy, was asked once, "What's the greatest problem in the church?" Without hesitating, she said, "Communion in the hand." That was Mother Teresa's number one problem in the church. So I would say it's always worthwhile to receive communion on the tongue. Of course, in the traditional Latin Mass, which is the only Mass that I say, there are no options except receiving communion on the tongue. I pray that someday in the church that will be restored, because I think if Mother Teresa said it, I mean, I think she really was on to something. I do know that they're supposed to be called extraordinary ministers of the Eucharist because they're supposed to only be used in extraordinary circumstances, and they become very commonplace now. So I know that many people have told me that sometimes they're used even if there's only 16 people in the church. Even in the current law, which I guess permits it for extraordinary reasons, it seems like sometimes they're used for other reasons. So that's what I would say about those things.